So for those of you who've been following me, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, this is Mike on the Move, my Australia series. I have taken 4 weeks to check out the eastern part of Australia, including Melbourne, Sydney, a 13-day cruise itinerary to New Caledonia, Cairns, Airlie Beach, Harvey Bay, Brisbane, and the Gold Coast. So I am now on day 21 out of a 30-day itinerary checking out Australia. And on day 21, I decided to spend my last full week, or in this case, 8 days, checking out the rest of Australia via road trip, going from Brisbane to Airlie Beach, from Airlie Beach down to the Gold Coast before taking my flight back to California. So my 8-day road trip itinerary allowed me to check out the best of what Australia has to offer, including Brisbane, Harvey Bay, Airlie Beach, the Gold Coast, and even a quick night in Gladstone. So if you're one, like I was a few months ago, trying to debate whether or not you want a road trip between Brisbane and Airlie Beach, or you're interested in knowing more about the cities that I mentioned earlier, this is a video for you. Throughout the video, I'll be highlighting my recommendations, personal experiences, and tips to make the best out of your adventures in Australia as well. And as always, please share with me your top comments and or recommendations so I can help you and others maximize on their trips and adventures. And don't forget to subscribe to Mike on the Move so I can keep you posted on my next adventures and videos. Now, let's get this video started.
Just landed in Brisbane.
Alright, so we landed now in Brisbane and we checked out and getting a rental car. We actually originally rented a smaller compact SUV. We were upgraded for free because we're very nice people to this massive Colorado truck. I have no idea what the brand is, but we're taking this massive truck with us as we drive to Harvey Bay, first destination, Harvey Bay, and then making our way up to Airlie Beach. Okay, so we're in the airport now in our massive truck, and we're heading to Harvey Bay. Wow, finally getting this road trip started. Give yourself 3 to 4 hours to travel between Brisbane to Harvey Bay, and keep in mind that we do drive on the opposite side of the road in Australia. And a quick tip as you travel throughout these small towns in Australia, lots of stores, including grocery stores, close at 5 p.m. So buy your items before they close. And here is a quick look of Harvey Bay. And for those of you who are runners, there's a great running path along the coastline. It was always a surprise when you get up in the morning and leave your hotel room to find the various bugs throughout Harvey Bay. We are now getting picked up by our tour bus to Fraser Island. So to check out Fraser Island, we booked a tour directly through our hotel from a place called Fraser Island Explorer Tours, and it's about $120 per person and includes everything, even the lunch. So keep in mind that these tours do start very early in the morning. The sun rises at actually 5 a.m. in Australia, and these tours start around 8 o'clock in the morning. It's about an hour ferry ride from Harvey Bay to Fraser Island.
We've got to wear our seatbelts, guys. The last people who weren't wearing their seatbelts on my bus ended up being on a helicopter going back to the mainland, ended up in Brisbane for 6 weeks in traction into the route.
Now that's very true. The bus does get extremely rocky to the point where you do hit your head sometimes. So a tip is, do not sit in the back of the bus. Lake McKenzie is our first stop, and it is a beautiful, well-known freshwater lake. It is considered a perched lake, meaning it exists well above the water table and is comprised of only rainwater. All right, everyone, welcome to Lake McKenzie. Hi everyone, welcome back to Mike on the Move. Again, this is my Australia edition. I am now on Fraser Island. Our first stop is Lake McKenzie. This lake is made up of only rainwater and it's about 10 meters deep. Check this out. Along with the beauty, this lake is definitely unique because with the high levels of acidity in the lake, it makes it very unsuitable for nearly all forms of plant and fish life. But this beach is great for photos because of its clear waters and amazing soft and white sand beaches. Alright, we just finished up the lake and now we're walking back to the bus. The next part of our tour includes a hike throughout the rainforest of Fraser Island and checking out the ecological system of the island. Throughout our hike, we heard a loud, annoying sound from a bug that I found out to be called the caseta fly. The fly makes this loud, annoying sound to fight off enemies and also to find its mate. Now we're off to enjoy our included buffet lunch. So we just got to lunch here on our tour, and they provide you with a lunch buffet. Actually, the food was pretty good. We're actually having lunch buffet at this old resort. Now this is what I'm talking about. Check out the beaches. And unfortunately, I've learned that you don't go in the waters here in these parts of Australia because there's too many jellyfish and sharks waiting to eat you for lunch. Alright folks, so we have left the buffet, have visited Mackenzie Beach, and now we are visiting the famous shipwreck. This shipwreck is a landmark on Fraser Island. Let's check it out. Cathedral Rock. Also offered but not included is an $80 flight you can take from one part of the beach on Fraser Island to another part. I was told by a person who took the flight that they actually witnessed a great white shark in these very own waters. Isn't that amazing? Now, one of the best known things to do on this island is to drive fast, and drive very fast on the beaches, up to 60 miles an hour. And our last stop on Fraser Island is Eli Creek. It is one of the largest creeks on the island. It pours up to 4 million liters of clear fresh water into the ocean every hour. It is a great destination to check out because it has nice swimming spots, has a nice picnic area, and restrooms. This is the last spot before we make our way back to the ferry. So we made it back to our hotel by 6 p.m. and as a farewell to Harvey Bay, we went to check out the sunset before we learned that there's too many stinking jellyfish in the water to jump in. Oh, Harvey Bay. Farewell to Harvey Bay and hello road trip to Airlie Beach. Now, even though I made this video look really fun, it is about a 10+ hour drive between Harvey Bay and Airlie Beach. So you need a lot of coffee, a lot of music, and a lot of snacks to make your way between both cities. So this is downtown Airlie Beach, and this night we are looking for some good food to eat before we make our way to our hotel. So we are super excited to check out the Whitsunday Islands. And so we booked a tour for about $150 a person with Explore Whitsunday Islands. And the tour actually includes Whitehaven Beach, the outlet, and snorkeling for an 8 to 10 hour day. Hi, hello everyone. You're watching Mike on the Move, my Australia adventure, and we're now at Whitsunday Island on Whitehaven Beach, our first stop. And there's Daniel trying to get on a paddleboard. We have a plane that just landed. We have a helicopter above us carrying water, and I'm here trying to paddleboard. Failed attempt. I cannot get on a paddleboard, but it's not all my fault. We actually have some really rough seas today. There's a big storm coming in. The waves are pretty rough. So if you haven't noticed by now, you have to wear a wetsuit to protect yourself from the stinging jellyfish. And the sand here is so soft you can exfoliate your skin. We're gonna hear this. All right, time for lunch. Lunch is included in the tour, and it was really tasty. We are now making our way over to the Hill Inlet Lookout for the best view of the trip. All right, folks, we made our way out of Whitehaven Beach, and now making our way uphill to the lookout to get the best view in town. And here we go. Now for the last part of our tour is to check out one of the most amazing experiences I ever had with snorkeling, coral reef. This is the best coral reef I've ever experienced in my entire life. All right. Oh wow, that's nice. Now, as beautiful as this all might seem, it is important for me to share with you that there are shark attacks, and there was one indeed during the January of 2019 timeline. So please take great caution when checking out the waters here in the Whitsunday Island region. After a long day checking out the great waters and islands, we are all exhausted and full of sun, making our way back to Airlie Beach. Remember I shared that places close early here? We are looking for a place to eat that's not McDonald's. We are now making our way down from Airlie Beach to the Gulf Coast and checking out all the great warnings, including the shark warning and a caution sign for koalas. The drive between Airlie Beach and the Gold Coast is about 13 to 14 hours, so I highly advise you stay one night in Gladstone. After that long drive, we finally made it to the Gold Coast. This is Surfer's Paradise. Welcome to Surfer's Paradise along Australia's Gold Coast. This is probably one of the best places to come if you want to catch some great waves. I would say this is probably one of the best or the best places to come and surf. Behind me, you are seeing some of the best, tallest buildings along Australia's coastline. And I'm going to check out what this place, Surfer's Paradise, has to offer when it comes to fun, food, and entertainment. Check this out. After my long Australian adventure, going from Cairns all the way down to Brisbane, the Gold Coast was the best way to end my long 4-week adventure. Nightlife here is amazing. Bar hopping, dancing all night long to the early morning. And the beaches here is even better. Warm waters and no fear of sharks or jellyfish, or at least not when I was visiting during the January of 2019 timeline. And if you're able, I highly recommend you getting yourself a hotel with a view like this. I was able to spend my last 2 nights in a great hotel room that had the best views of the Surfers Paradise skyline. This concludes my 8-day adventure road trip between Brisbane and Airlie Beach and Airlie Beach down to the Gold Coast. I am now back in California, enjoying some beach time with my dog Taylor. Please stay tuned for my future Mike on the Move videos. If you have yet, please subscribe to Mike on the Move to stay up to date on my latest videos and adventures. I hope to see you all very soon.